Good morning, sunshines, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you along as I order my medication. As well, I wanted to share some tips with you on how to get the best price for your medicine. And so if you're interested, just stay tuned. IVF medication can cost upwards of $3,000. And so for me, I wanted to figure out how I could do this process as affordable as possible. When we received our financial breakdown, we were told that the cheapest we can get our medication for was $2,500. So I was like, okay, what pharmacy do I call so that I can stay at this $2,500 range? Because IVF is already expensive. I needed to figure out how I could save money as much as possible. But I do have limits on what I'm willing to do in order to save that money, and I'll share that with you in a second. And so my first tip for ordering your IVF medication is to shop around. Don't be afraid to call multiple pharmacies and get multiple quotes on your medication. Adam and I believe we called 3 or 4 different pharmacies just to kind of get an idea of which would work best for us and which one was going to be most affordable. And so the first pharmacy that we called was our insurance company. We called them, we had the prescription put in, we called them and we got a quote. And they told us for all of our medicine, it was going to cost $7,800. Was no way in the world we was paying $7,800. But that's what they quoted us. That's what they told us the medicine was going to cost. No discounts, no nothing. Just straight up $7,800. The one good thing though about calling our pharmacy, and the reason why we wanted to do it, was because of the fact that we wanted to see if any of our medicine was going to be covered by insurance. Insurance covers barely anything when it comes to IVF treatment. I think it covered our consultation, but it also just so happened to cover one of our medications, and that was Lupron. So our Lupron injection, if we were to buy it outright, was $500. But Kaiser actually had it, and I only had to pay a $10 copay. So that is the first medication we actually received, because as soon as they said $10, I bought that thing in a heartbeat. That happened to be a huge part that we can take out of that sum of money that we were going to spend on medication. The second pharmacy that we contacted was Freedom Fertility. So Freedom Fertility is an online pharmacy, and the way the pharmacy works is your doctor puts in an order, you give them a call, and with that order they kind of run down the cost of your different medications. With their medication cost though, all of your needles, your sharps container, everything is included in that cost. Like, they're not charging you for those little materials, which our insurance company was going to charge us for. And so Freedom Fertility, the initial quote that they gave me with everything included, including the Lupron, including the OPKs, because that is part of our plan to take an ovulation predictor kit, they quoted us $3,100. So significantly less than what Kaiser had quoted us. So Kaiser was already out of the picture, but we're able to get one of our medications from Kaiser. So making that call was definitely helpful. The last pharmacy that we called was Save IVF. So Save IVF is a online pharmacy based out of Europe. And so from researching them, what it seems to be is that they are getting, what they claim is that they're receiving the same medication that we have here in the US. However, it's just shipped from Europe. And so your package will come in a different language, and through their online system, we were quoted $1,800 for all of our medication. Yes, I said $1,800. Well below what our nurse told us we could get our medication for in terms of like a bottom line, which is $2,500. So we were really excited. We were like, $1,800. But there was an issue. When speaking to our nurse and other people about like, hey, have you heard of Save IVF? Like, is this real? Like, are there, like, trying to find testimonials other than the ones on their website, looking at people on Instagram who had mentioned Save IVF, but they mentioned it and then also mentioned that they didn't use it because they found out about it after they had already ordered their meds. It was like I couldn't find any real people who used this pharmacy and who could share their experience. And so since we're spending so much money on this process, the last thing we wanted to do was mess it all up by ordering faulty meds. And so we decided that just for our own safety, we were going to go with Freedom Fertility. Their quote was about $1,000 higher, but it still wasn't that bad. And so that's the route that we decided to take for ordering our medication. So again, though, it's still important to shop around and see what each pharmacy is going to offer you. Tip number 2 is ordering from multiple pharmacies. Like early in this process, when I started researching, I actually had a consultant on the phone who told me, she was like, do not be afraid to purchase your medication from different pharmacies. You can purchase this item from this pharmacy if it's cheaper than anywhere else quoted you. Purchase that medicine from someplace else. Like, do not be afraid to pick and choose which pharmacy you want to order your meds from, because that's how you're really going to get the lowest price. So again, like with ordering our Lupron, Kaiser gave us the cheapest price for Lupron, so that's where we got our Lupron from. Freedom Fertility gave us the lowest price for all our other meds, so that is where we purchased all our other meds from. If we were able to find another pharmacy that offered one of our medicines cheaper, we would have ordered our medicine from there. The only caveat to that, and the only thing to consider when ordering your meds from different pharmacies, is that if your protocol ends up going longer than expected, then you do have to consider if you need to order more meds. Did you order from a pharmacy where you're easily able to get more meds requested? That was another reason why we didn't go with Save IVF, because they were international. And if you wanted like next day shipping or quick shipping, you had to pay an additional like $200 for your item to ship. Versus Freedom Fertility, they do free next day delivery. And so it was just like weighing those different options and knowing that we may need more meds, because it's a possibility. It was just like, we gonna go with Freedom Fertility. And so yeah, but don't be afraid to shop around. Don't be afraid to call your insurance company and only get one item from there. Don't be afraid to call someplace else and only get a couple items. This is your experience. This is your money that you're going to have to pay. And so do whatever is going to be best for your family and for your pockets. And then the third tip that I have is to research discount programs. There are discount programs out there for ordering your medication. They actually exist. Because you know how there's discount programs where it's like, oh, if you are at this fertility clinic, then we have programs that you can apply for. Or if you live in the state of South Carolina, then, but like, I don't live in South Carolina. I live in Seattle. So that doesn't really help me. And so there are discount programs that are nationwide. And one of those programs is Compassionate Care. So what Compassionate Care is it's a discount program. It is income based. And so depending on what your income is, you can get up to 75% off of your fertility medication. Yes, 75% off. They have different tiers, so 25, 50, and 75% off your medication. All you have to do is fill out an application and then see if you get approved for the discount. And so it's really that easy. And with the program, it does only cover certain medication. And so on Adam and I's protocol, the medications that it would have covered was Gonal-F as well as Centrotide. But still, that's money that you're able to keep in your pocket. Unfortunately, Adam and I, with our income, we did not qualify for the programs, but maybe you guys do. And so it's still something that I suggest you look into. Another program that they have is a rebate program. And so the way that works is after you order your medication, you can submit your receipts to, again, get 10% off of those medications. Gonal-F and Centrotide are the two that were on my protocol that I remember seeing on their list. But yeah, be sure to shop around and see what discounts you can find. So let's go ahead and give our pharmacy a call. So I tried to purchase this yesterday. So today I'm gonna be calling the pharmacy and ordering our medication. We are about 2 weeks out from our retrieval date, and so we need to make sure we order we need to make sure we order our meds in a timely manner. We're just on the way to my mom's house to hang out for the day, but we gotta get these meds ordered.
So thank you for calling Freedom Fertility. Our pharmacies are currently closed. If this is a life-threatening medical emergency, please call 911. Our normal business hours are Monday through Friday.
So much for that. The pharmacy is closed. We will not be ordering any medication today. All right, let's try this again tomorrow. So let's try this again. Okay, let's see if they answer.
Thank you for calling Freedom Fertility Pharmacy.
Hi, I need to order my medication. I need to order my medication.
How may I have an assistance? Can I have your first and last name?
Sharisa Bass.
Okay, and Sharisa, is this gonna be for the Cetricide, Menopur, Clear Blue, Light? Okay. So it looks like they emailed a price code for you without the ovulation kit.
Yeah.
And it was $3,066 with 90 cents. Okay, so you want to go ahead and go with that?
So is that still the cost of the medication right now?
I can check for you really quickly.
Okay.
I can put you on a brief hold and verify just to check.
Okay, yeah.
And I will give you if it's the same total or a new total.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Carissa.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry about the hold. I do apologize.
No worries.
For the price quote they gave you, it's the same thing still.
Okay.
Okay, what's going on?
And so what is the cost for each medicine?
I can check that for you.
Thank you.
Let me clear this out. You're welcome.
Okay.
So for the Cetricide, it will be $51 with no change. For the Menopur, it will be $75.90 for each one. For the Liberlite Trigger Kit, we have $99.90.
Okay.
Okay, for Ghana, it will be $347 with 40 cents for each time.
Okay.
Each one, I'm sorry.
Okay, and does that include all of the needles and everything in that price, or am I paying additional for the needles and alcohol wipes and disposal box and everything?
No, we don't charge you for your sharps package or any alcohol and gauze or any syringes and needles.
Okay, that's good. And so I'm not gonna do the OPK, well, the ovulation predictor kit. I also was able to get Leuprolide covered through my insurance, and so I don't need that medication either.
Okay, so let's take that out.
Yep.
Okay, so the new total will be $2,967 with no change.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions for me or for the pharmacist today about your order?
No, I do not.
Perfect. You're all set to go. Is there anything else that I can assist you with today?
No, thank you very much. You helped me with everything I needed.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Thank you so much for choosing Freedom Pharmacy.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye. All right, my medication is ordered. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you were able to pull out some tips that you can use when purchasing your medication. I hope it was helpful to hear me ordering my medication and kind of hearing the cost breakdown for each of these meds. In total, I spent $2,900 on all of my medication for my Retrieval. Now, again, Adam and I are doing a frozen embryo transfer, which means that after our Retrieval, our embryos will be frozen, and then a month later, we'll go in and have them transferred back into me. And so for the transfer, there is a whole nother round of medicine that we will be taking. And so again, if it's helpful, I'll share that same information. Hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them down below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.